Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my video. So I'm gonna do this video on MPG on a hybrid. So what I've been noticing is this is my first hybrid, 2010 Highlander. So what I've been noticing since I've had this, I've taken the cable off the battery a couple of times, and every time I take the cables off the battery, I notice that the MPG is, you know, uh, is low. It's anywhere from 17 to 19, sometimes 20, but it stays around 19, 17, 19, 20. All right. That's like the first couple of fill ups because I did my time belt. I had to take the cable off the battery. And a couple of fill ups. Couple mean like 2, 3, maybe even 4 fill ups. Last fill up I was averaging maybe like 19. And this fill up I'm averaging 23. Now, originally I was like a bit worried about it because if you guys watch my other videos on I did a timing belt change myself and had a little bit of complications with it. Had to do it twice, and I was afraid that changing that timing belt kind of messed up my MPG or something like that. But I think this is like my fourth fill up, and I filled it up last night, and it's back to 23 again. I've noticed that I've had this car for about 3 months, and I've noticed that every time you take the cables off the battery, it's gonna have like really bad MPG as far as what it's showing on the display. Because funny enough, the I got like on my last fill it says I was averaging 19, but but I had a really good MPG as far as not what's on the display, but from what I was experiencing as far as driving was concerned. I had a good 5 days before I had to fill up. I mean, it was reading 19 from here, but I had a good 5 days before I had to fill up. So I was thinking maybe it was the computer needs to be recalibrated, something like that. But I figured, there's a disconnect between what is showing on the computer versus what's showing on, my fuel gauge as far as how much fuel I use. So at this point, I'm just gonna assume that it takes about 4 to 5 fill ups before the computer recalibrates to what the actual MPG usage is on the car. That's what I'm thinking. But it seems to be what I've experienced so far, because I've disconnected my battery like at least like 6-7 times, and every time I disconnect my battery, it takes a couple of fill ups before MPG goes up to around 23, 24. Funny enough, when I changed my time belt last month, and it wasn't exactly on the mark, and my car wasn't driving the best, my MPG was at the highest it has ever been, right around, I was getting 27, 28. I was thinking, could that be causing it? But I'm just gonna assume, before I changed that belt, I was driving this car regularly. I've had about 6, 7, 8 fill ups. So I think, every time you fill your car up, your MPG just goes up. I think the computer kind of catches up with what the real life MPG is that your car is churning out. Hey, if you guys have any comments about that, your real personal experience about that, let me know. Leave a comment. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe.